Hi friends, Mrs. Stull here with another writing video. So we have done our Foursquare and we have all of that finished, and we are going to move on to writing our rough draft. So I'm going to kind of walk you through that. What you're going to need your Foursquare that you made, and you're also going to need the story that you read. So you see I have my story right here in front of me, so I can always refer back to it to get my sentences that I create in my draft. You never want to do things just off the top of your head. You always want to make sure you're using evidence from your text. All right, let's start off with the introduction paragraph. Remember, your introduction paragraph is going to come from this box right here, and it's going to have 3 sentences. You're going to copy your topic sentence right down, and then you're going to write a hook and a feeling sentence. Now you can put these things in any order that you like. Today I'm going to do my hook first, my topic sentence, and then my feeling sentence. Let's get started. I need to think of a hook. So let's see. How about, did you know that giant pandas are endangered? Okay, right now you're going to notice 2 things that I did. I went ahead and indented, so I'm following this red line, and I usually tell everyone to put 2 finger spaces from that red line in so that we can see that this is where your paragraph starts. I'm also skipping lines. Mrs. Stull likes to do this when she does a rough draft, because when I show you how to revise and edit, you'll see how much easier it is to revise with some space in between my lines. So, did you know that giant pandas are endangered? That's going to be my hook sentence. It is a question, and it gets the reader excited to read about my giant pandas. Now I'm going to copy my topic sentence. I learned about giant pandas, including what they eat, how they are disappearing, and their recovery. Okay, now I'm going to do a feeling sentence, and this is how I feel about my topic. Giant pandas are interesting animals. Okay, I'm finished with my introduction paragraph, so I can put a check right here over my topic sentence box. This whole entire box is finished. I like to check mark off what I've worked on my Foursquare to kind of keep me focused. For each box, I'm going to do a topic sentence introducing my topic or my important idea, and I'll do a wrap-up sentence, and these 3 details are going to be in the middle. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to indent again, making sure I skip lines. First, let's talk about what giant pandas eat. Okay, I'm just introducing my topic, and I've mentioned my important idea in that first sentence. The first thing is meat. Now, I remember some details in my story, so I'm going to go ahead and look for what they specifically said, because I remember them talking about some meat. All bears eat meat. Once in a while, giant pandas eat rodents or small forest animals. Mostly they eat bamboo. Bamboo is my other detail. I want 1 sentence per detail. So I'm going to talk about the meat. So I want to put that in my own words. I'm going to say, sometimes, like all bears, giant pandas eat meat Ooh, look at that A. That's terrible. It's okay, just a rough draft. Okay. Sometimes, like all bears, giant pandas eat meat. They eat rodents or other small forest animals. Oh my goodness, but wait, you wrote 2 sentences for 1 detail. What in the world am I going to do? Is that okay? Yes, it's perfectly fine. Okay, so I've written about eat. I have my transition word in. I'm going to put those check marks in. I've written about meat. Now I'm on to bamboo. Bamboo is hard, hollow plant that looks and feels like wood. It makes up 99% of the giant panda's diet. So it's like the only thing they eat. Giant pandas mostly eat bamboo. Okay, all right, bamboo, done. Okay, check mark that off. Then it talked about their thumb. Let me see here. Pandas have a thumb-like 6th finger on their foot. Its sole purpose is to help them grip bamboo for eating. No other kind of bear eats bamboo, and no other kind of bear has a thumb-like extra finger. Pandas have a special thumb to help them eat bamboo. No other bears have a 6th finger. Isn't that neat? That is a cool fact. Okay, so I did thumb. I'm going to check it off. Now I'm going to wrap this all up. So this is a really good paragraph, but if I just talk about the no other bears have a 6th finger, it's kind of like giving people whiplash. I need to wrap it up. So this is about what giant pandas eat. So I'm going to kind of restate my topic and say giant pandas eat some meat, but mostly eat bamboo. And I don't like that sentence, but that's okay because I can change it later when we edit. We have this paragraph finished. Let's move on to the next one. We have this whole box done. So this box is done, this box is done. Now we're gonna work on next, disappearing. So what in the world was I talking about when it says disappearing? Let's see. This talks about the cubs, which is super cute. Oh yes, deforestation, on the verge of extinction. Okay. Again, I'm gonna indent. All right, I'm gonna start with my transition word. Next, giant pandas are disappearing. Again, this is an introduction sentence for this paragraph, and it's just going to mention my important detail. I can go ahead and check that off and check off next. It says pandas are native to China. So let me write a sentence about that. Giant pandas live in China. Native is the same thing as live in, okay? So that works. We're gonna check that off. Deforestation. Remember we talked about how that is when they're taking away the bamboo source. So, it says nearly 80% of China's bamboo forests have been lost to deforestation. I have my book here, so I'm always referring back to that. So let's see. Deforestation is a big problem for pandas. Nearly 80% of the bamboo in China has been cut down. Again, I'm using my own words. I'm not writing down the author's words or copying their sentences. I'm putting it into my own words. Reproduce. We talked about how it's hard for pandas to reproduce. Let's see, where... Giant pandas are having a hard time reproducing. Ooh, look at that. In the wild. Okay, got that done. Now I'm going to write a wrap-up sentence about disappearing. Giant pandas are disappearing is what I wrote up here at the top. So let's say these are reasons why giant pandas are disappearing. Got that paragraph done. We're gonna move on to the next one. This one is about recovery, prospects for recovery. So many people are helping with panda recovery. Okay. Oh my goodness, I forgot my transition word. All right, I'm gonna put a little carrot. This is a carrot. Many of you have seen that before. Can you guys even, I wrote that whole thing without you guys even seeing it. Cool. Okay, many people are helping with panda recovery. Here's the carrot, because I forgot. I'm gonna put the word then in there to kind of fit that in. Okay, I noticed because I was gonna check mark this off. So that's good that I'm in checking things off because it helped me remember that I forgot it. Okay. So it says, then many people are helping with panda recovery. What's my detail? Wulong Panda Reserve. Okay. So it says, China's government has created dozens of reserves and breeding centers to help captive pandas have babies. So the Wulong Reserve Panda Reserve in China helps protect giant pandas. The reserve gives them a safe place to live and reproduce. Okay. Oh, there's two sentences again with one detail. That's fine. You can get as detailed as you want or keep it as simple as you want. Okay. Check mark that off. Oh, breed captive pandas. Look at Mrs. Stull. Okay, I already did that, right? The reserve gives them a safe place to live and reproduce. So that's what they're doing, is they're giving captive pandas a place to reproduce. Now, panda diplomacy. Now that's where they're lending pandas to other zoos around the world. The panda diplomacy helps educate people about fragile status of the few giant pandas living on Earth. I'm noticing how they aren't capitalizing giant pandas in their story, so I'm going to have to fix all that when I edit, which is fine. China's government loans panda bears to zoos around the world, including 4 American zoos. So let's write a sentence about that. Panda diplomacy is where China loans pandas to other zoos around the world. This helps educate people about giant pandas. All right, we're going to do a wrap-up sentence for this paragraph, and it was about recovery. Let me read what my first sentence said. Many people are helping with panda recovery. Okay, I always go back and reread what I wrote if I get stuck, and it kind of helps me figure out what I want to write next. So it says many people are helping with panda recovery. These are ways that people in China and other countries are helping with panda recovery. Okay. All right. Now, guess what, guys? Here comes the easy part. This right here is your last paragraph. It's already written for you. You can kind of do this in any order that you want. I like to do it in this order. Your ending sentence or your wrap-up sentence with your zinger, and then followed by a feeling sentence. So let's go ahead and get that written down now. We're going to have our transition word here. I'm going to go ahead and check mark it. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to indent. Last, what pandas eat how they are disappearing, and their recovery are 3 things I learned about pandas. Visit your zoo today to see a panda. I think giant pandas are amazing animals. Okay, we got this written down, this and this. So that is how you take a Foursquare and you make a rough draft. If you have any questions, you guys can email me and let me know. My email is available to you. I want you all to have fun with this. Make sure, I really hope that you've picked a story that you enjoy so that it is fun to do. Again, this is just simply taking the Foursquare and putting it into a rough draft. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well today, and I want you all to have a fantastic day. Bye. So it says, oh, I'm so sorry, I bumped the camera. Oh, stop moving. Whoops. Making, oh my goodness, guys. Really? All right, listen. Stop doing that. Whoa. Oh, look how tiny it is. What I also can do is keep hitting my phone and making it fling everywhere, because that's awesome. That's my favorite. I'm going to write my transition word first, and it's actually not the word first. So let's see what it says. Then deforestation. Remember we talked about Okay. So you're good to go.